Hey, pipe smokers and cigar smokers, as the case may be. Southern Piper here, and just finishing up doing what any tobacco enthusiast hates to do, dealing with a tobacco beetle problem. So when I discovered this, I went ahead and started recording, figured it would be good for a Monday musing. So I'm going to splice in the steps I took, because I did film everything, and then we'll come back and I'll close it out. This is a shame. This is probably the worst issue with tobacco beetles I've ever had. Here are the sticks I lost. Those will be in the trash. Luckily, I was able to salvage a few, but yeah, this is a pretty bad loss and pretty bad infestation, I should say. So we will go through the process to get these cleaned up and salvaged. All right, so these are the cigars that I think I've salvaged. I've got them in the Ziploc bags. I'm gonna make sure they're good and sealed, and they will go into the freezer. And I believe it's 10 to 14 days. I'm gonna go back and double check that, but these guys will be frozen to make sure that any potential beetles that are left will be dead, and hopefully salvage these, because that's a decent investment right there. All right, so we're loading the cigars back into a humidor, or into the humidor. I've got a 72% Boveda pack in here, so we'll set the rest of these in. I did season this after I vacuumed it out really well. All the nooks and crannies and crevices I vacuumed to make sure I got anything that may be hiding. Seasoned it for the amount of time I needed to. I think I actually left it in there longer than I should have, but it should be fine. So hopefully this took care of the problem. I'll continue to monitor it to make sure that I did. So pretty bad infestation I had in that one humidor. I was able to salvage, I guess, about a dozen cigars, maybe half of what was in there. I think this happens to pretty much anybody, anytime. It just, these things are naturally occurring. You never know when it's going to happen. A lot of it depends on the temperature and humidity that'll cause the bugs to hatch and wreak havoc. So hopefully I've got it solved this time. Again, this was only the second issue I've ever had. The previous one was several years ago, and I caught it early. It was not as bad as this one. This was by far the worst, but hopefully, this will help out, if you have an issue. But it was 2 weeks in the freezer, a few days in the refrigerator to ease them back up to temperature. I vacuumed the humidor and then seasoned it. The best thing to season with, in my experience, is a Boveda seasoning pack. If you don't have that, you can take some distilled water or some propylene glycol and just set it in a dish inside your humidor for several days to help season it as well. But if you ever do have the issue, don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up over it. It happens. Some people I've seen say you need to use ammonia, but you have to be careful putting any chemicals inside of your humidor, because the cedar will absorb it. So I wouldn't recommend ammonia or any other chemical. Just make sure you get all of the bugs out, and you should be okay. I hope this helps. I would be interested to know if any of you have ever experienced anything like this yourself and what you did to take care of it. But I appreciate you stopping by, and until next time, I bid you happy smoking and blessings to you and your family.